Welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Brazil. Soil moisture in Brazil's main river basins, used for hydropower generation, has fallen to nearly 2-decade lows. Data collected by the London Stock Exchange Group shows, threatening a prolonged impact from a serious drought even after rain returns. Tropical rains feeding Brazil's vast network of rivers typically allow hydropower plants to generate around 2/3 of Brazil's electricity, but years of weak rainfall have hurt the sector, pushing up energy costs and stoking inflation that has led economists to forecast a fresh round of interest rate hikes. Analysts warn that even if seasonal rainfalls arrive next month as expected, hydroelectric reservoirs may be slow to fill because so much moisture will be absorbed by the soil. The worst effects of the current drought have hit run-of-the-river generators, including the partial shutdown of the Santo Antonio plant in northern Brazil, one of the largest in the country. Brazilian grid operator ONS has struggled to operate the system at peak load times, leading the activation of expensive thermoelectric plants in recent months. Banco de Covel has also forecast 12-month inflation could end the year around 30 basis points higher if power rates remain at red flag levels, instead of falling to the cheapest green flag tariffs by December. We tell you now that a mother is mourning after her daughter and 2 grandchildren were found dead inside a decommissioned water and sewage authority tank in Tobago. Police officers from the Moria station discovered the bodies of Sarah Smith, 33, along with her 3-year-old son Genuine and 18-month-old daughter Phoenix in the water tank, which is near their home. The grim discovery was made during a search operation in the area, which also involved members of the Hunter Search and Rescue Team. The mother and 2 children were last seen in Trinidad on August 30. However, the last time they were physically seen in Tobago was on September 2. Police reports said that her relatives became suspicious after Smith had not been answering her phone. Her mother told officers she had also heard that Smith was acting strangely, hearing things, and had been seen walking naked. Smith and her 2 children were said to be staying in a nearby area after being evicted from their home a week earlier. Police initially searched her last known address but couldn't find her. It was until 5 p.m. on Wednesday that officers noticed a foul smell coming from a nearby area. This led them to an empty 40-foot tank where they found the bodies. However, investigations are ongoing. We conclude with some international news. Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris put Republican Donald Trump on the defensive at the combat presidential debate on Tuesday, with a stream of attacks on the abortion limits, his fitness for office, and his myriad legal woes, as both candidates sought a campaign-altering moment in their closely fought election. A former prosecutor, Harris, 59, appeared to get under the former president's skin repeatedly, prompting a visibly angry Trump, 78, to deliver a series of falsehood-filled retorts. At one point, she brought up Trump's campaign rallies, goading him by saying that people often leave early out of exhaustion and boredom. The candidates clashed over issues such as immigration, foreign policy, and healthcare, but the debate was light on specific policy details. Instead, Harris' aggressive approach succeeded in putting the focus on Trump. Trump, who has spent weeks launching personal attacks on Harris that have included racist and sexist insults, largely avoided insult during the debate's early moments, but became increasingly agitated under Harris' offensive. The debate, hosted by ABC News, took place at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia. As agreed by the campaigns, there was no live audience and candidates' microphones were muted when it was not their turn to speak. I am KERESE Gonsalves. Thank you for watching.